which is God and the angels. Okay, let's see.
To read and write, you can learn the discipline of a religious order so that you may be worthy to know the true will of God.
Bishop, I already know the true will of God. He instructs me directly through his voices.
Your conviction that these voices are a direct communion with the Lord our God is not only naive, but dangerous.
That's right.
You're very young.
Yep.
Lacking religious training and the guidance of the church, you are incapable of judging the purity of these voices.
That's right.
You cannot,
Yep.
must not, put your trust in them.
That's right, man.
Why not?
Because it is human nature to believe in the divinity of the messenger rather than the message.
That's right.
This could lead you to the sins of arrogance and pride, and ipso facto corrupt the message.
That's right. And she had a lot of pride in her, man. All right. Now, let's fast forward it a little bit. Because, you have to, Malachi 3:18, you got to discern whether someone's serving Satan or God, man. Especially in these last days, all right?
And what about Poitiers, the church?
No king atop the steps of the cathedral.
It was exciting.
I'm going to forward it.
You probably want to fight because...
Yeah!
Tell me that.
Now,
The crown is on His Majesty's head, yet the...
Now, I pause it. And this would have been all us. This was the 1400s. We were firmly in power, but weak because of the plague, right? Okay? So when you see these medieval wenches, as my friend calls them, and like this woman with low cut top, that was our women, man. Okay? And a maid or a maiden means virgin. In the Middle Ages, it was a shame if our women were not virgins, man. And a lot of them wasn't, man. They were just pretenders, man. A lot of them were heavily into adultery, witchcraft. But let's see this interaction with this Joan of Arc, and let's discern to judge well whether her talk, her speech, what she's saying, has the spirit of God or spirit of Satan in it. All right? Let's see.
Are on the tip of his tongue.
Do they have arms and legs? Or do they float above the ground?
There is cold still in the oven.
I would call him not a baker.
This is a king that she fought for, Charles VII.
What would you call a king? Who slices up his kingdom while others are fighting to unite it for him.
Yep. Yeah, and that was a wicked, evil Israelite king, man.
Why would France sign a treaty with Burgundy? I fought to unite all of France. Not to make pacts with its bits and pieces.
And this is a girl that's barely 18 years old, man. A girl, man. And we know that behind closed
Burgundy has
doors,
promised us Paris,
he was doing things with
our
her.
beloved capital. And they have agreed to a 1-month cessation of conflict.
Yes, but Philip will use the time to fortify Paris, not to retreat from it.
You overstep yourself. It is not your place to question the king's authority.
That's
It is
right.
God's will that France is united. Not even the king has the right to challenge God's
I would
authority.
strongly counsel this girl or any unenlightened mortal against stating what is or is not God's will.
That's right.
And what if God speaks for himself?
Your voices. Answer me, child. How are we to rely on them?
Yep.
You can trust experience.
She was
Has my counsel ever been wrong?
No, my friend,
See?
not yet.
Not yet. And this is an Israelite man as well.
But perhaps you count too much on your voices.
Yep.
Good soldiering was as responsible for your successes as any prayers. And I worry one day you will call God's name and charge, and there will be no one there to watch your back.
Whoa. That's a deep statement, man. And it proved to be a prophecy which was correct. No? Keep watching her, keep watching her, and keep watching what she's saying, man, with this wicked king, man.
Majesty. Let me march on Paris with my brave army of Frenchmen and defend what is rightfully ours.
You presume to order the king?
Yeah.
Not order. Entreat in the name of God.
You presume to speak for God?
Not for him, from him.
You are perilously close to heresy.
Did truth become heresy?
All heretics believe they speak the truth.
That's right.
Does that include bishops?
Wow.
You ask for eternal damnation!
You can tell that guy was a Jake, man. You can tell he's a black man.
If she's a heretic, what does that make me?
Yep. And you can tell that this guy was wicked. You know? You know? She's talking back to a bishop, man.
It must
Remember, the church was king back
have
then.
truly united.
And that's how wicked she was, man.
Charles.
Paris's only allegiance is with the citizens of
Yep.
Paris. We, the aldermen of this great city, command you to leave us in peace.
Watch this.
Command? You dare command Joan the maid?
There you go.
We will enter Paris by any means.
Be warned. The city is well armed. The men of Paris,
Yep.
every soldier, merchant, and tailor will rise against you. Don't respond. Leave yourself room.
Tell the tailors to put down their needles and take up their swords. The army of God is at hand.
There you go, man. That's how you could tell that she was a Israelite woman, man. Now, are you telling me that was an Edomite woman, man? Come on, man. That these were all Edomites? No, man. This was us. But let's look at what she said. She said, you dare to command Joan the maid. And the maid means virgin. And believe me, man, she was a witch. She was not a virgin, man. All right? That was just a big ruse, man. Her and the king. And the king was probably knocking boots with her as well, man. All right? Are you telling me from this little clip that I've showed you, you cannot discern that this woman was using spirits on the left-hand side? She was not communicating with God. The Bible says, unto you, all men are equal. All right? Women should not usurp authority over men. So it was clear that she's using spirits on the left-hand side. Satan and his demons. And that's why we need to have spiritual discernment to judge well. Malachi 3:18. So I think that's quite clear. We're all effed up, man. Do you get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why being in this truth, it stabilizes you. But when you look at the people out in the world, they look like they're having so much fun and, you know, hi, how you doing? And you know what I mean? And they're kissing, this, that, and the other. They need to get male attention or female attention just to feel any self-worth. The Lord is instilling this into us, all right? And the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of this Bible, so we know who we are and we know our role. And we're the top nation on the planet, man. He chose us. us. And that's something that you should be proud of. I'm proud of that, man. You know, all of these other races, and the Lord chose us. I'm happy for that, man. Why wouldn't you want that? You know, don't make sense, man. You know. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. All right. So Yahushua is he's the boss, man. All right. And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Christ is God. So Yahweh, then it's Yahushua, then it's the man, and then it's the woman. All right. And then you women can teach your daughters or whatever, because you're not supposed to usurp authority over the man. See, that shows you that most of these countries, man, and that shows you how off we went when the Israelites in France in the Middle Ages was following Joan of Arc, you know, and that crazy, and you know, they tried to make her look like an Edomite, but she was one of our women, you know, and our men actually followed and fought under her. She was the head of her army. See, even all these heathens, these other races, you know, they haven't even done that. But we did that, and we are the people of the book. That's why the Lord is punishing us, man. Okay? This is 1 Corinthians 11:4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. That's why when we go out in the street and we're teaching a word or we're prophesying about something, all right, make sure that the crown of our heads, all right, nothing's covered, you know, all right. But listen to this, verse 5. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, for it is even all one as if she was shaven. So every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonor her head. So when you pray, this is very important, when you sisters pray, and you have to pray with your head covered. All right, that's very important. The crown of your head should, so like we have head ties and stuff like that. Okay. I think I've got a little example that I can show you. Yeah, you know. And these churches are not teaching our women anything like this. They're not bothered, man. They're going in high heels, stilettos, man. They're going in, breast popping out. I used to go to them churches, man. Yeah. There used to be a girl on the choir that I liked, man. She used to keep looking at me, and I used to look at her, and then when I look at her, she looks down, you know? Because back then I was rebellious. I was looking for the truth, but it was a Christian saying, and I went to that church for 2 years, man. And I thank God that I didn't settle in there. The Lord got me out of there, you know, and brought me into this beautiful truth, man. Because I'm telling you, man, them churches, they're not teaching our women that. They just pray in the name of it, and you know, they're just praying. That's it. You know, it says you should pray with your head. This is slow anyway, but it said you should pray with your head covered, not uncovered. You see? So that's why this is all let this go. That's why this is all very important, man. Okay. All right. So if you're talking about this truth to another person, if you're praying, make sure your head is covered. You know, head tie, so the crown of your head is covered, man. All right. I was gonna try and show you an example, but this PC is a bit slow, so all right. There's a couple more scriptures, then we're gonna close. Not that long. All right. Proverbs 31 and 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised. And there you go, man. And that's the kind of woman I want, and I'm willing to wait for that woman. You know, I'm telling you, man. All right, couple more. Ecclesiasticus, this is in the Apocrypha, 26 verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks. Haughty means prideful looks and eyelids. You know what that's talking about? Mascara, eyeliners, this, that, and the other. You know? Though all of those things, I think ancient Egyptian women used to do that. They used to put the pencil eyeliner around their eyes. And you see it sometimes in the Middle Eastern culture. If they have daughters, they put on all of that stuff, that westernized cosmetics and all that stuff. Alright? It's whoredom, as it says here. Alright? You know? But that's up to you. All we can do is say what the Bible says. It explains it, break it down. Whether you do it or not, it's another thing, you know. But if the Spirit of the Lord is with you, you'll eventually do it, you know. Because at the end of the day, it's obeying the Lord, you know. And we know what's happened to us because we didn't obey Him, you know. And so it's Ecclesiasticus 26 and 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. And that's the kind of woman you actually want, man. You know? I went out with this girl years ago, man. And I think she was 27. I was, at the time, I think I was like 22, 23. And she came over we used to talk online, actually. And then we met up. And she actually cooked for me. And when she came to the house, and when I tried to get too close to her, I remember she was, you know, she was with me, but she kind of distanced herself. She was trying to be a lady. And, you know, I look back at that, and I respect that a lot, man. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, them women that you just, you know, you just meet up, and on the first day, you got your tongue down their throat. Usually it doesn't last, man. You know? Do you know what I mean? I actually kind of look back and I respect what she actually done, you know? It didn't work out between me and her anyway. Because I had a temper back then. And when I was driving her home, because she was a mother, and she wasn't she wasn't used to being up late and stuff like that, and I was driving her and she got rude to me. I pulled the car over. And back then I used to have a temper. I never touched her or anything, but it just didn't work, you see. But a silent woman is a gift of the Lord. Alright? That's a gift from the Lord. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. So these scriptures are giving you instructions. And that's these are things that you Israelite women can do. You can dress in modest apparel. You can stop wearing jeans or tight clothes. You can get a dress down to the foot, which is a modest apparel. You can cover, you know, your head. I mean, there's just so many examples. Let me just look. Let me just say, Hebrew Israelite women. All right, Hebrew Israelite women. I just put that in Google. Right. Now let's click on images. Okay. And let's see what kind of images are popping up. You know? And in this world, they're trying to, in this world, like films and television, like presenters, they get the ultra attractive ones and they put them on Front Street, Oh, and she does CNN and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Listen, don't worry about all of that, man. Okay? Don't worry about that, because that's artificial. But we've just looked. Look. We just looked. And I just clicked on one. Look. That's a good example. See, look. She's covered her head. And she's in modest apparel. There you go, man. That's the kind of clothing that, our women are adorning now. Look. All I did is put it in. Look. That's the kind of dressing that the Lord wants to see, man. And I must say, all these women look very, very beautiful. I'd rather have a woman that's dressed like that and get to know one of these women who are dressed like that rather than some hip-hop honey, man. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Now, there are some women, and there are some groups that, they're still a bit worldly and stuff. But the Lord said he will sift the house of Israel. Okay? He said he will sift the house of Israel. So people that are not, they're hypocrites, this, that, and the other, they're going to be sifted, man. Okay? But see, every time I look at examples, look at the long dress, down to the foot, head covered. These are good examples, man. Alright? And it's a spirit. And when that spirit goes in you, you'll start doing it. Okay? There's another example. Modestly dressed, head covered. That's good. See, I don't want to see any of their goodies, man. Alright? Or milkshake. And I just saw this one. Look. Why I abandoned the Hebrew Israelite religion. And it's got a black woman with one finger up. And probably her slave master told her to write this book. Hannah D. Spivney. And she's actually made a book about this, man. Some graffiti writing there. Alright, she abandoned and it's not a religion, it's a way of life. Alright, she abandoned it, right? She abandoned it, but look what she's wearing, trousers. She's doing everything that God has told her not to do. She's probably got an attitude. She's usurping authority over men. She's got strange apparel. So she's going to be destroyed. It says that, Zephaniah 1:8? Strange apparel, man. Okay? She can make as many books as she wants. It's just not for her. That's all. Okay? But look, I've just put it in. There's loads of examples. So the spirit is on you, You'll change, man. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to make it too long. All right. I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the Apostle El's great millstone that rule well. Salutations to the Archim, to his word of Syrian truth. And blessings to the elect and the 1/3 predestined to be saved. You know? Alright. Stay focused, stay in the truth, stay in the Lord. Shalom.